Crap more gang. I've got a big video for you today. Okay, if you've been following this channel for a while, you'll know. Okay, I've had a lot to say about Lil Zay Osama. Okay, Mr. Two Watches, Mr. Five Souls taken over Two Watches. He's definitely been in the headlines for a lot of the wrong reasons recently, and I will say that we're gonna finally get us a bit of positive press for Lil Zay Osama. And I'm not gonna lie, I rock with Zay Osama. His music's fire. I've been listening to a lot of his old music. Okay, and like I feel like this guy might take the crown from G Herbo as the hottest rapper that's still alive and still free in Chicago. Now, hopefully he doesn't catch a case, okay? But he has actually apparently done something very, very positive today, and it all relates to this big story that's been going viral in Chicago, okay? You might have seen the footage going around. There was an incident that had the whole city just in an absolute outrage, basically, okay? It's pretty sad stuff, okay? It's definitely messed up, all right? This video recently surfaced online, okay, and basically it appears to show a group of elementary school kids attacking a mother and her son while her young daughter watched. Now, I haven't actually seen this in its entirety myself. I'm probably going to have to go back and blur a bunch of stuff that's in this video, but I'm going to just give my honest reaction to it for the first time. Everybody's been telling me about this. I haven't actually had a chance to sit down and look at it until now. But everybody's outraged and just said that this is just super, super out of line what happened, basically. Let's see it.
Come on, blood. Shamar looking at. Shamar. Come here. What you want, Shamar? Shamar, foot. What you want, Shamar? Shamar looking at. Come on. Look at them ankles, blood. Shamar looking at. Junior. Bitch.
Look, it's not clear to me what she's done, all right? She's getting harassed by a bunch of kids on the street. She's got her own kids with her, okay? And basically, it's not clear to me what she's done. They're making fun of her shoes. They're making, like, what did she do to them?
Hey, foot, don't touch my brother, foot.
Right, don't touch me. Oh, hell no, those ankles ashy as fuck.
Look at them bitches, Greg. Other bitches, Maury.
They're kind of closing in on her. They've low-key got her cornered, man. And look, I definitely am not trying to victim blame here, but I'm kind of, she sort of is facing off with these kids. Maybe she felt like she didn't really see them as a threat. You know, maybe she felt like she shouldn't stand for this disrespect, but really she probably should have just kind of got out of there. I don't know if this is outside of her home, how close this is, or whether she should have just kept walking, but it looks like a confrontation is about to escalate now. Okay, so these kids are starting to like punch and kick her kids, all right, and she's kind of putting her hands up to defend herself, but yeah, I'm thinking it's gonna get worse.
We're not hitting them. The little kids hitting them, not the big kids. The big kids not touching them. I'm saying the little kids.
Smash that.
They're saying the big kids are not touching them. Now, some of these big kids, they look like adults. I just see somebody that looked like a fully grown adult to me. And so now this girl starts swinging on her. This looks like an adult. This looks like a grown woman. Maybe it's a teenager, but this looks like this is a fully developed, grown-ass looking person and is now physically assaulting the mother, man. It's out of line.
Damn! Crack! Damn! Hey, fool, let my homie go. Let my motherfucking homie go.
Man, it's so harsh, man. You know, they fully just grabbed the woman, thrown her on the ground, and now everybody's just jumping in to jump her, man. It's out of line. Doesn't matter how small these kids are, bro. This is just disgusting.
Let my motherfucking...
They're stomping on her, man. It's just, it's fucked up. Bro, they stamping on her head like this, out of line, bro. I'm gonna need to see some of these kids in jail. And now they're slamming her son as well.
They working us. Damn! Oh my God!
Bruh, it actually is heartbreaking to watch. I don't feel like anybody deserves this kind of treatment. And it really just goes to show just how disgusting the behavior is in these streets, just how negative this mindset can really set in for kids in Chicago. Where are their parents at? I ain't seeing another parent. I'm seeing grown looking kids. I ain't seeing no adults other than the woman being attacked. I ain't seeing no parents. I'm seeing no parenting. This is disgusting, man. And every one of these kids' parents should be ashamed of themselves. If they got parents, I wouldn't surprise me if some of these kids don't have parents, because clearly they're not getting the guidance that they need. But where all of these kids, all of their parents should be disgusted, honestly. I mean, not their parents should be their parents should be disgusted, but their parents is nowhere to be seen. All right? It's despicable, bro. Complete lack of parenting, a complete lack of behavior, morals, and no wonder you got these kids growing up killing each other in Chicago. Everyone's just killing each other. It's a battle royale where just there's absolutely no respect for life, because that's how people are behaving when they're kids. Like the fact that they're able to do this to an adult. No wonder we see all these, older generation gangsters getting killed by these young shorties who are just wilding out on the block, because there's absolutely no guidance. It's out of line, man, and it actually breaks my heart to see. That's horrible. Okay, so this video did end up going viral, okay, and the next day after being released from the hospital, she did go to the hospital. The mother basically showed up to the school with outraged members of the community, and she explained that her son had been being bullied at the school for a long time, and now it had really escalated to a point that it just should have never even got to.
That video is heartbreaking to see. The 33-year-old mother says she was walking home with her young son when they were attacked by a group of kids. Now, we want to warn you, it is difficult to watch, and we have blurred and frozen the video before things escalate. Chicago police are now investigating after the woman named Korshanda and her son, 9 years old, were viciously attacked near 106th and Bensley. That's just a couple blocks away from Orville Bright Elementary School, where the boy is a student. It happened yesterday shortly after dismissal. A group of kids approached them and started punching and kicking the victims.
I'm trying to get justice for my son. I'm thankful for everybody that came out here today to support me.
The video is a symptom of something that's been going on for a long time. We haven't held these kids accountable. We haven't held parents accountable for the violent actions that their children are doing and that they're aware of.
That's facts, man. You need to hold these parents accountable. You can't just say, oh, kids being kids. Nah. Who let them kids be out there? Who convinced them kids that that was an okay way to behave? Where was the fail? Did the parents teach them kids that that was okay, or did the parents just completely ignorant to the behaviors that their kids are exhibiting? Someone needs to be held accountable, and it needs to be the kids. I ain't gonna lie, I need to see some kids getting sent to juvie. All right, and I'm gonna need to see some parents in cuffs too. That is out of line. It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. It just cannot be allowed. It's completely out of line. Okay, and I just want to keep watching this news report, because I'm inspired by the fact that this community is actually rallying around this woman, because they could have just as easily said, well, it ain't shit we can do, kids. But nah, this is actually an outrage. The community should be outraged. Absolutely correct.
That was State Senator Willie Preston, who, along with other community members, rallied outside the school today with the boys' parents to call for justice. Korshanda says her son has been bullied at Bright and claims the administration isn't doing enough to protect him. We reached out to Chicago Public Schools about the incident, and a spokesperson tells us in part, we are horrified by the attack on this family, and we are working collaboratively with city departments and agencies to provide support to the victims. CPS is coordinating closely with the mayor's office, CPD, CHA, and other city departments to provide additional support to the family. Now, that mother and son were taken to the hospital last night, where they received treatment. For now, reporting live outside.
So it is just outrageous, man. And let's look at some of these comments, because I'm going to be agreeing with a lot of these comments, man. Jail the kids, financially charge the parents' parents. Well, I guess just parents. I agree. There should be fines. There should be jail time. The children and their parents need to be held accountable. This was extremely disturbing to watch. They look like a bunch of wild animals on the loose. Put all of those kids in jail, all of them. They need to learn, because those kids, if they're not given any consequences, they're growing up and they're doing that as adults to other people. They're stomping people out and killing them. They're murdering other people in the streets. So if you want to actually fix the violence in Chicago, rather than complaining, oh, Trap Law Ross making videos about it, oh, let's glorify the gang members who are rapping about murders and making it look cool. Step in and intervene now before these kids grow up to murder people, bro. Simple. Or you want to be lazy and blame me. The girl who attacked that mother should absolutely face consequences for what she did. No one should be allowed to put their hands on another person and walk away without accountability. And when a young person repeatedly hurts others, it's not kids being kids, it's a pattern of bullying that needs to be addressed. This kind of behavior doesn't just appear out of nowhere, it continues because no one has stopped it. It's time for real intervention and real consequences, both for the child and the adults responsible for her upbringing. Bullying shouldn't be ignored, minimized, or brushed aside. It should be dealt with firmly so it never happens again. I agree with that. And it goes from bullying. It starts at bullying. Those become murders. These kids are killers. They're going to grow up to be killers. Look at the way that they behave. You put guns in their hand, they're taking people's lives, bro. I'm tight about this, man. She should get her son out of that school. I wouldn't trust them to keep my child safe. This is infuriating. This is truly a shame. And yes, parents should be held accountable for their children. All I can say is, Lord, we need you. I'm praying for the mother and the son that they be healed physically and mentally. These kids need to be in prison. They're bullies and will only learn with being locked up. Send all of those kids to jail. Facts, man. All the bullies involved on the assault of the family first should be locked up for assault and expelled, and the school be held responsible if the bullying was reported. Prosecute them along with that, but you get the gist, all right? So in a follow-up video, one attendee of the rally would actually recognize several of the kids in the video and explain this wasn't the first time that this happened. This is a thing that's been happening. Let me get this up.
The community is outraged after an attack on a mother and her 2 young children. You can see in this video here where it happened.
So this is just going to kind of recap what was already said, but we got a little follow-up here.
Word of the attack spread quickly on social media, causing outrage among many parents.
I couldn't sleep. I was traumatized. I could not sleep. I couldn't believe it.
Shanice Davis lives in the neighborhood and says she recognizes the attackers.
This is not the first time the kids have done this. You know, just talk around the streets that these kids have pretty much been raising themselves and they have not been held accountable. They have vandalized cars. They have harassed adults and children.
One day after the attack, demonstrators showed up at Orville Bright Elementary School after some posted on social media threatening to harm the children behind the attack. Several police officers showed up blocking the entrance of the school to protect kids inside.
Wow. So, I didn't realize it was like that. I thought people were showing up to rally, but they're saying people showed up to that school to beat the brakes off of them kids. And I'm not condoning attacks on kids, but I'm not going to lie. Like, if them police weren't there, them little kids, they were so tough on the block a minute ago. When a gang of adults come up to whoop their ass and beat the brakes off of them, they're going to be crying to mommy. They're going to be crying to mommy. But nah, man. You wanted to get busy in the street. You wanted to put hands and feet on people and be tough. Now people coming to put hands on feet on you, you're going to need to hide behind the police. You're going to be needing to cry to mommy, aren't you, man? I kind of fucks with it. I'm not going to lie. I kind of rock with it.
Elementary school after some posted on social media threatening to harm the children behind the attack.
All right, we don't condone attacks at people threatening to harm children. I just want to make that very clear. We don't condone threatening behavior towards children. All I'm saying is them kids learn very quickly that energy comes back around.
Police officers showed up blocking the entrance of the school to protect kids inside. Chicago Police District Council member Joseph Williams was also talking with them.
We're going to make sure that this school leadership steps up and that they put a safety plan in place, that they put any plan they need to put in place to make sure that these babies feel secure. Bullying should have a zero tolerance behind it.
Absolutely, man. I totally agree with that. So what's interesting, right, is after this, one of the people who actually was touched by this story, who was impacted and felt you know this kind of spoke to them on an emotional level, was Mr. 5 people died over my watches, Lil Zay Osama. Now I'm not going to lie to you. If I was these kids, I would be very scared, because not only you got the police turning up to try and protect a mob of people breaking into your school and beating the brakes off of you as revenge for this. This is a man who, bro, 5 people died over 2 watches. What do you think he's going to do about this, bro? These kids, Lil Zay Osama might be hiding under your bed tonight. You know what I'm saying? You might say Lil Zay Osama's name 3 times in the mirror and he pops up. He pops up with them watches. He posted it. He says, can somebody tag the family and let them know I'm looking for him? I saw that video of the mom and her kids getting jumped. As a dad with kids that age, it hits different. That ain't Chicago. I need that young man in the video to know what happened to him and his mother is not normal. To whoever that kid is, me and my foundation got Christmas money for you. I want to fly you and your family to LA for a weekend, take y'all to dinner, and show you that you got real support. You deserve better. I've seen crazy stuff in this city, but I don't want you to think that that's all there is. We got your back. This is bigger than me. This is a call to action for the whole city. This was a devastating event, and I'm starting it off by donating so he can shop for his mother and himself, man. And then he followed up just on another post about it saying, shake my head. And you know what? Big respect to Lil Zay Osama, man. Actually, huge. I got the utmost respect for him for doing this and saying this. I feel like for all of the, for all of the bodies and all of the souls that have been taken allegedly over all these situations, okay, he doing the right thing, and he's stepping in as a leader in Chicago, okay? And he should actually be somebody that, because he's one of the most popular, other than G Herbo, realistically, he's the great hope for Chicago right now, okay? And I'm not going to lie, I like G Herbo's music, but Lil Zay Osama be catching the beat a little bit better than G Herbo does, if you know what I'm trying to say. So shout out to Lil Zay Osama, man. I really respect this. I really feel like this is super positive, and I'm really, really glad to see it. Now, Zay apparently would later then appear on the news himself to basically deliver a message to the family and to the kids, and to basically just say, yo, I'm actually looking out for you guys. I'm trying to do positive things and help out. And he sent a message to the family and the kids involved on the news here.
But first, a local rapper, Lil Zay Osama, is now coming forward to help. He says he wants to fly the mom and son to LA for dinner and Christmas shopping, and has a message for other children listening.
It's just something that shouldn't be going on. Kids should be able to go to school and be comfortable walking home from school and at school learning, you know what I'm saying? Like, kids at that age should not be doing things like that, especially to an adult and to their peers that go to school with them. That's crazy. That shouldn't be happening in our community. We got to do better.
Respect to Zay Osama, man. Now, interestingly, okay, it didn't take long for some of the alleged parents of these little hoodlums to identify that their own children were involved in this. And this is actually a crazy tweet that was going around, okay? They're saying that this is the mother reacting to her son allegedly being involved in the viral beating of a pregnant woman. I didn't even know the woman. They're saying she was pregnant after all of this. They were all jumped by a group of students. The whole city of Chicago is looking for you. Not just the whole city, but Lil Zay Osama, Mr. 2 Watches, 5 Souls, all right? Mr. 5 Hats is looking for you, okay? So you better watch out, all right?
You know the whole city of Chicago looking for you, right? You and your little friends. Because you was grown yesterday. You were grown. And you was going to jump somebody. So now they looking for you. You know that, right? You know I'm not helping you, right?
I ain't gonna lie, this is a clout chasing ass bitch. They looking for you too. They looking for you too. So you show that face. He's saying waking up as a parent to one of them badass kids and wouldn't be helping, because hell nah. You the problem. Ain't no, they looking for you. We looking for both of you. Hey, you showing your face. Great. Brilliant. We working out. Hey, we working it out. All right. We working it out. They're saying apparently she's a pregnant mom with sickle cell disease, bro. We looking for yo ugly ass. Yo long face having ass. We looking for you, man. And another parent would actually make her daughter apologize. And basically, just to clarify, even though the post claims that the mother who got attacked is pregnant, she actually claimed that later she wasn't pregnant. I feel like the sickle cell, I feel like they're adding sauce to it right now. But I ain't gonna lie. Look, this is a post that went around. It says one of the kids that jumped the lady in Chicago and her kids, right? She's basically having the child apologize, but it's a bit late for that. Don't know if that apology really hit in that. I don't know. Let's hear what Big Zay Osama had to say about it, man. I'm really trying to find out if he's given the, because if he ain't given the pass, that apology ain't gonna run.
Say anything, keep it respectful. This is the child.
Hey, my name is Kamira Grant, and I was wrong for everything.
Damn right. Damn straight. Oh, now you the victim. Now you crying. Oh, now it's a rough day for you, huh? How you think they felt? Apology ain't enough.
It's okay,
Not okay.
That I did. And
to say anything, keep it respectful. This is the child.
Too late, ma'am. Too late. Okay. So apparently there have been unverified reports that several of the kids have actually been identified by the authorities. This ain't no TikTok. Ain't no TikTok, all right? This is real deal. Okay, update. An hour and a half ago, Chicago police arrived at Orville T. Bright School to detain and question the minors involved in the assault. Reports say some of them were suddenly scared and in tears, a sharp contrast to the confidence they had while attacking an innocent mother and her children. Accountability doesn't feel so bold when the consequences show up. Next stop, their parents' homes. Police cars lined the streets and the community did exactly what a real village does. They showed up, stood in the cold for hours, and refused to let this behavior go unchecked. This is what collective responsibility looks like. This is how you protect families. This is how you stop the cycle. Accountability. Shout out to Chicago, man. I feel like J Main right now. This is what we need, okay? This is how you should be whooping in Chicago. This is how you get the next generation to realize that there's consequences. You can't just go out and catch 12 bodies and everything be all good. You're out here running. This is the sort of behavior they needed to get cracked down on, all right? If they was doing this to Lil Jeff when he was first jumping off the porch, we might not have seen so many people die, man. I respect it. So let's watch the clip. And there might not be actually any talking in this clip, but I'm fairly certain this is basically just showing everybody outside the school. They're not letting this slide. They're all there. They're showing force. The gang outside, basically, they're saying, yo, pull up, we're outside. You had all of that energy beating a woman and her kids in the streets. Now you crying, you copping please, but now it's too late for that. We need to make an example out of these kids. And this ain't no, well, he apologized, he learned his lesson. Nah, ain't nobody learned their lesson, bro. You're gonna have to learn that lesson the hard way. You're gonna have to learn that lesson in juvenile hall, man. I rock with it. I'm not gonna lie. I actually respect it. And I feel like this, I definitely don't want to say that like this is the kind of thing that needs to happen, but I feel like the way that the community is rallying around this situation in Chicago is actually really, really inspiring. What's going on here? So the bullying needs to stop, man. Respect, utmost respect, man. Now the family has since opened up a GoFundMe page. They're looking to relocate to a safer environment. I would definitely recommend you guys tap in if you want to donate. You know, basically they're doing their thing. Okay, they're trying to raise $20,000. Says, I'm creating this GoFundMe because my family is no longer safe where we live. Recently, my children and I went through a traumatic and violent situation that no mother should ever have to experience. I had to watch my kids be hurt, terrified, and crying for help. I couldn't reach them the way I needed to. That moment broke something in me. As a mother, my number one responsibility is to protect my babies after everything that happened and how unsafe the environment around us has become. I know in my heart that we need to leave. Staying here is not an option. My kids deserve peace, healing, and a fresh start somewhere safe. Anything, even a share, makes a difference. Thank you to everybody who takes the time to read, support, and spread this from a mother's heart. Thank you for helping me give my children safety and peace they deserve. The donations will be used to relocate me and my children to a safer environment, man. 161 people have donated. And I think I'm going to donate too. I think I'm going to donate too, man. We're doing a lot of positive stuff at the moment. Okay, and I feel like just for Chicago culture, man, I'm going to have to send 600. All right, on 600, man. I'm going to have to send 600 and let people know, okay, for real Chicago history. So there we go, man. Your boy, Traplaw Ross, is the top donor on this fundraiser now, okay? Can I leave a message or they just get the money? I feel like maybe that's just, I'm letting people, trust me, I'm letting people know about the fundraiser right now. All right, we here? Hey, there you go. Your boy Traplaw Ross is the top donation. 600 right there, man. Okay, so hopefully this leads to something positive. Low-key, this is completely unrelated, but just like, GoFundMe, bro. You guys need to fix your website because I was just wilding out. Like, why do you pull, bruh? Your website needs to be fixed. Your website needs to be fixed, bro, because this website is so trash. It was, I felt like I had to climb Mount Everest to get that donation up there exactly like that, okay? You know what I'm saying? But we got it there, all right? It was like blood from a stone, but I got $600, okay, for the cause. So shout out to them, man. That's from your boy Traplaw Ross. We're doing positive things out here, man. So just to wrap it up, man, look, I want everybody to learn a lesson from this. It looks like Chicago really is taking these things seriously, man. And I feel like you got to get these things straight when these are kids. You got to teach these children. You got to teach these kids this is no way to behave, okay? You need to love and respect your fellow Chicagoan, all right? Whether you an O-Blockian, a 60-30ian, or you got nothing to do with none of this stuff whatsoever, right? You need to respect each other. You need to love each other. There's just no need for this kind of violence, this kind of behavior. Kids shouldn't be thinking this way. Bro, I'm keep it real. When I was a kid, the idea that me and all my friends would jump an adult, That's not even on the menu of things that we would be doing, okay? And shout out to Lil Zay Osama for doing something positive. You know what I'm saying? Offering to fly the family out to do them some Christmas shopping. I've done my part, donated $600. Okay, I got the top donation, but somebody who's going to beat me, man, who's going to top my 600 donation, okay? Maybe one of you Chicago drill rappers, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if Lil Zay's donation made it over there yet, but look, all right, right now you can see I'm top of the leaderboard when it comes to showing love and donating out here, okay? So you go and do your part too, man. Maybe send them some bread. Go and show them some love. I feel like this is positive. I feel like they're probably going through a lot mentally. They probably got hospital bills, all that kind of stuff. So every little helps. I appreciate you guys for watching this, and I will keep you guys updated if anything else happens in this situation. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you in the next video. I'm out of here. Peace.